Okay, hi. So, yesterday I recorded a lot of videos thinking that I was going to be able to do like a lifestyle vlog, but I'm realizing that if I don't bring a microphone with me in my car, it's just going to pick up all of my background noise. So, I'm scrapping that project. It's not going to happen in favor of this one today, and I know. It's not the keychain video. I still haven't done it, but I should have that ready for next week, I think. But I don't know. I just wanted to, I guess, talk a little bit about some stuff that I've been seeing that I just think is interesting. And I will try to insert links at least to the videos that I've watched on these topics so that you guys can actually like see what I'm talking about, you know. But the first one I wanted to mention is there's this stuff happening. I think it's on the book talk part of the internet where this girl and her husband, they made a little video of like her idea for a story and acted it out and stuff, probably trying to like show it to people who might be interested so that they could say whether they're interested or not, be like, oh yeah, that would be a really cool story, you should write it. Instead of that being the only reaction that happened, some random, like, middle aged dude, some bro, basically, he went ahead and was like, yeah, it's a really good idea. And then he threw it into ChatGPT and had ChatGPT write the whole book and then had the audacity to send said ChatGPT book to the girl and be like, if you don't post it, I'm going to post it. And he like has made tons of TikToks about it and stuff and has overall just been like kind of a horrible person. And she was like, dude, this is not what I wanted. Part of the process of writing is actually writing the book. Like ChatGPT is a tool, kind of, but you don't want to have it like write the whole story for you, which is true. You don't. Authors don't want ChatGPT to write their stories. That's just the thing. And people who read books also don't want to read a ChatGPT story. Period. I'm sorry. It doesn't really matter how many books you can pump out in a year because you use ChatGPT. Part of reading is the anticipation that an author you like is writing a new book. So you're like waiting for it. It's playing the waiting game, you know? So that was an interesting thing to see, and he didn't say anything about how sorry he was or anything like that until her husband joined the conversation and was like, dude, stop pissing my wife off. And then finally he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm realizing that some of the things that I said are like super hurtful, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so when she said it, you don't feel bad. But when he says it, you do. Okay, misogynist. Got it. Understood. So I'll put that link in the description for the video that I watched because it was a very good video and I absolutely think it's very good and you should watch it. I need to figure out whose video it was though. Like, I think I know, but I want to double check. I think it's Susanna Friesen's video, but let me look. He wrote her book idea with AI and it backfired. Book Talk's latest AI controversy by Susanna Friesen. Yep, this is the one. So I'm going to open that link so I have it for later. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the Millie Alcock situation. Not because I think that she is horrible or anything like that. I like Millie. I thought she did a very good job in House of the Dragon. And I think she was good in Sirens too. Sirens was a weird watch, but I think she was good in it. She's a good actress. What I'm seeing, what I was alerted to basically, my boyfriend had told me about some tweets where people were talking about how like Millie Alcock hates men, blah blah blah. And I was like, really? Does she? I was like, I haven't seen anything about this and I've never seen or heard her say anything of the sort. And so I was like, no, I need to do some research. I had some time and I went and watched the Brett Cooper video about the situation about Millie Alcock And all of the clips that she put in her video from Millie weren't men hating comments. So let's look at the fact that when she got asked about Supergirl, like the movie and stuff, she was talking about how like the movie's not about romance and it's not about a man, like all this stuff. People took that to mean that she hates men, hates romance, hates love, blah blah blah, but like the movie's literally about her saving her dog. It's not about her falling in love with a guy. Okay, like there's a difference. And we're allowed to have movies that don't have that part in the story. Like that's a thing. We're allowed to have those. And just because like you don't like how she said it does not mean that you get to twist her words into her hating men. That's not it. And then the other part that people were upset about was she keeps getting asked these questions by these journalists. And let's be real, guys. Journalists are not true journalists anymore. These journalists are going for edgy, shove it in your face headlines. They'll ask her questions about all sorts of things that don't relate to the movie, and then they'll make a huge headline about it where it's like, oh, Millie hates blah blah blah, or Millie is blah blah blah, and stuff. And like everyone's been comparing her to Rachel Zegler when she's on the path of answering interview questions. But the thing is, I don't think she's anything like Zegler, other than the fact that she has kind of an awkward laugh. I think when she gets asked questions that don't really relate to the movie. So she like laughs and is like, oh yeah, like I didn't know that, or whatever. She'll have like some sort of like blow it off reaction, and they have like taken that to mean that she's like Rachel Zegler, but I don't think she is. Everything I've seen her say has not been like, oh, I hate Snow, like, Zegler was like, Snow White sucks, we're rewriting the story. Like, Millie didn't say that they were rewriting Supergirl. She just said that she was glad to have a role that, like, worked for her, that she could play the way she felt like it needed to be played, and that the movie wasn't about love or men, which it's not, because it's about a girl and her dog. Come on, guys. It's just a Supergirl movie. I get that you guys are all on the warpath for DC. You hate DC, blah, 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 whatever. But it's just Supergirl. Let her be, okay? She's saving her dog. She's saving Crypto. And oh my gosh, the people who think it's a gotcha when they're like, ha ha ha, but isn't Crypto a male dog? So it's not about love or men? Bro, it's a dog. It's literally a dog. It's not that deep. And we don't need to be trying to twist stuff out of proportion where it doesn't belong. Okay? So, thank you for that. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah. Not a lot has been happening, and I just really don't have the time to do a full crochet video today. But I will record stuff this weekend and next week. Don't worry. This is where we're at. Millie doesn't hate men, and she's not Zeglering out, as people like to say. And I'll link that video as well, the Brett Cooper video. The Supergirl movie, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, and I will watch it, don't worry. But the Supergirl movie has failed because of the writing, not because of Millie's acting or anything she's been saying. So, that's not the problem here. But I'll include those two videos in the description of this video, so you guys can go see what I'm talking about. And yeah, I hope you have a good weekend after this. I'm going to chill. I'm going to play some games. Probably play some Brotato. And if you don't know what Brotato is, you should look it up because it's very fun and it definitely makes time go by pretty fast. So, yeah. But maybe someday I will figure out how to do like an actual day in the life vlog like I wanted to yesterday. Because that's why I was recording all of the stuff that I did yesterday. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, I can record this stuff and then have that be my video tomorrow and it'll be great. No. Nope. It It wasn't gonna work. So instead, you get this today. So it's just me talking as usual. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you more. But this is where we're at right now, and I hope it's okay. Those are the two things that I saw recently that I thought were super interesting. If you can't tell, I do watch a lot of video essays on YouTube because both of these are basically video essays, and I think they're very interesting. And I hope that you will also go and potentially watch them and see what's going on because the book talk thing especially is so crazy. I can't imagine. I can't imagine someone posting their idea for their story that they want to write on TikTok just to get feels for like if people are interested in the story or not. And then all of a sudden like you get an email from some random person that you don't know, that you've never like interacted with before, who's like, "Oh, hey, I wrote your story." Like, what? What are you talking about? You wrote her story. It's her story. She gets to write her story, not you. And like, especially the part where it wasn't even him writing the story. It was ChatGPT generating a story based off of that prompt. And you think it's comparable to anything she could write? Really, buddy? Really? That's cute. That's real cute. Super gross and disgusting. And this is why ChatGPT needs to probably be regulated. Okay, like I don't think we should be able to use AI for art stuff like that, where it takes all of the actual creative process out. Using it to like help brainstorm or help like come up with world building or I don't know, like names or something, that's different. But having it write an actual full story for you? No. No, no, no. We should not be doing that. That's absolutely ridiculous and unacceptable. As someone who's been a reader my whole life, I don't want to read a ChatGPT story. I really don't want to. Like, what are we talking about? I could never. I could never. Anyway, that's it for today for me. And I know this is a short little video, but I don't care. I'm sorry. I just am very out of it and not. I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been a lot the past month. I'm working on figuring stuff out. Anyway, I'm going to probably sit here and watch more YouTube, and I might frog my skirt back to where I felt like the increases were good, and then just crochet the skirt from that point on without increases, of course, because it doesn't need them. Just don't write books with AI, and stop trying to say that Millie is literally Rachel Zegler because she's not. She is in no world trying to be Zegler, and she's not Zeglering out. People need to stop thinking that way. Zegler ruined her movie. Millie Alcock is not the one who ruined her movie. In fact, the movie like it had a pretty good response for the opening weekend and stuff. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will be here for the next one. I'm sorry that today is boring. I'm sorry that it's short. Although I guess maybe some people like short videos. I don't know. I like long videos because then I don't have to change my video too often. So I tend to watch a lot of long form content. But I guess that's not everyone's cup of tea, is it? So anyway, I hope that this was a good one and that you will enjoy it and will let me know what you think in the comments about these two situations and maybe even give me some keychain ideas for next week because I I'm going to probably just sit here and like find some ideas now because I did not do that before my trip like I said I would, and I did not do that on my trip, and I still have not done it after my trip. So let's get back on the YouTube grind, right? Let's do it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If you have anything you would like to say or would like to tell me, go ahead and leave a comment. If you like this video and you want to support my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, as like a small creator. It means the world to me that anyone would want to like my video or subscribe or like have a little conversation with me about what I'm talking about. Like I really appreciate it, and I think that's the fun part is like getting to actually talk to other people about it. And I think that's actually why I have that podcast with my bestie, because then we both get to talk about stuff relating to books, movies, and musicals. But I'll leave the link for my podcast as well in the comments so that you can see it and possibly listen to it if you would like to, if you're interested. I think that's it. So, thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye!